hopefully you get to see the entire thing, okay? So the problem is that you guys are using identity theft and online disputes and trafficking and all these other things, including dispute letter templates, and that's not going to cut it. That is not going to work. If you want to legally and permanently remove your negative items, you need to know what you're doing, especially right now. So I came up with something that'll help you do it, but you should be using custom factual disputes. You shouldn't be using anything other than that. And there is, as far as whether the things that you have already done will eventually work, the answer to that is no, it's not going to. Look what's going on in the world right now. No, I'm not trying to scare you, but I am trying to have you look at this realistically. Look what's going on in the world right now and think about, are they making things easier for us? No, everything was not made for us to begin with. Okay, that's number one. The second thing is that the credit bureaus are in the business of keeping this information on your credit report. So if you're not doing it the right way, it's not going to come off anyways. Like, hello, I don't know how I need to say this. I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying it the way that it needs to be said because everybody else wants to make it like, and I'm saying everybody else here and on TikTok and blah, blah, blah. Oh, this process is so simple. Unless you have access to eOscar, such as me, because I partner with an attorney who's a data furnisher with eOscar access, unless you have that, no, you don't have a simple process. And you're probably not going to be able to get access to that without going through a bunch of stuff. So what do you do? Well, first of all, you need to stop with the police reports. You need to stop with saying that you're a victim of trafficking. You need to stop with the online disputes because you're giving all your rights, every single right that you have under Section 611 and 623, you're giving it up. So the reason that your credit is the way that it is right now is because of you. You messed it up, okay? First of all, you messed it up when you didn't pay your bills. It is what it is. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to, help you. The second thing is that you messed it up when you went and did all this other stuff that all these people are telling you to do. And how do you get around it? How do you get around it? Well, you need to stop with all that and you need to start the proper process, okay? And I do have something that I created that is going to help you do that because nobody else is using these tactics. But you have two different options, okay? If you want to finally get these things off your credit report, you need to make a decision. You continue doing whatever you're doing, using all these overnight miracles and blah, 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 and expect unicorns and rainbows that are never going to appear because those things, rainbows do exist, but unicorns don't, okay? There's no pot of gold at the end of that rainbow for you, all right? It's nothing but a bag of crap, okay? So stop with the overnight miracles and these loopholes and whatnot because they're not going to work. And you're going to be in the same spot watching some person tell you that you did it wrong a year from now. And I said this last year, I said the year before, the year before that, year before that, year before that. I've been doing this for 11 years here on YouTube. And I've been saying the same thing over and over and over again. If you don't use the right process, you are not going to get results. And you are going to keep on sitting on your 400 credit score, your 500 credit score, your whatever credit score. And that's as far as you're ever going to get. And that means that you're going to continue to pay these astronomical down payments and interest rates and all that kind of stuff when you don't have to. Look at the price of everything right now. People can't afford anything, and you're making it more difficult on yourself just because you're not using the right process. So let's back up for a second. What do? You continue doing this, and you're going to continue with the same sad credit score that cries every single day and that is super depressed, okay? Not you, but your credit score, okay? You can go through my over 3,000 videos right here on YouTube that go back 11 years, and you can piece it all together. I give you all my secrets for free. They are there. It's literally hundreds of hours of my life that I have given to you for you to figure this thing out. These are, same methods that I use on clients, and you can literally, like I said, piece it. Your other option is to text me. My number is down in the description. It will be the first comment if you're watching this as a replay, and I can get you into the 28-day program. It's 20 business days, which is 28 calendar days, and it's a one-time payment of $498 or two payments of $275, and it's all your negatives. Because, like I said, I have access to something that you don't, which is eOscar, literally deleting things from the credit bureau's database, legally and permanently, and it's done by an attorney. Okay, so yeah, it's legal. All right. Your other option is you can do this yourself with one of my tools. Okay, I compiled a whole 67 or 68 advanced credit sweep tactics, and I have it all in a PDF for you. And I even have another one with a dispute letter library. And you don't want to use these as templates, you want to use them as structures so that you know how to dispute specific things. Okay, so I'm going to flip my screen and I'm going to show you some of these things that are included. If you want one of these, they're 97 each, or 169 for both, and you can text me, and after payment you will get instant access to them. I'm going to email it to you. So I'm going to flip my screen and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So this is the advanced credit sweep tactics. Okay, now if you go back through my videos and you want to learn about these, go back to 2017 and 2018. This is literally when I started telling you guys about this. We have indirect dispute tactics. We have violations, how to handle violations. We have do's and don'ts that you should be very aware of. Method of verification. We have squeaky wheel method and hitting every single rung. So that would be FTC complaints, FCC complaints, State Public Utility Commission complaints, bank complaints, BBB complaints, Attorney General complaints. The right way to do these. Factual follow-up tactic, the SOL tactic. And SOL doesn't mean what you think it means, but anywho, the KO technique, that's the proof of contract. Emission technique, the 100-word statements, just so you know, you should not be using those. Settlement offers, pay for deletion, settle in dispute when collectors fail to follow through with deletion, pay and pray approach, late pay catch-up offers, debt validation, how to actually do those. Other approaches to debt validation, dealing directly with creditors, dealing with identity theft, goodwill requests, don't do those, by the way. Financial hardship letters, date updating tactics, repeat offense tactics, no record, no reporting tactic. This is 253 pages. Look at the bottom of the screen. 253, we're on page 5. Just what's included, obviously. Multiple disputes per item, dealing with mortgages, multi-letter shuffle, the repo 2-year 2-step, credit bureau checkmate technique, stopping collection calls, the nervous Nelly, the collector wish list, if I could speak correctly, tactic, back to creditor tactic, how to do HIPAA, and then specifically how to go after late payments, charge-off collections, outdated derogatory items, re-aging, student loans, bankruptcy, foreclosures. I've literally included every single thing that you could possibly think of, including judgments and tax liens and your hard inquiries. Okay, we don't care about soft inquiries. You're the only one that sees them. But if you want to remove your personal info, we have that on here as well. And then I also mentioned, like I said, you can get this for 97. You can get the dispute letter library for 97, which I'm going to show you right now. That's this one right here. Or you can get both of them for 169. So this is the dispute letter library, and it's 180 pages, but it has everything that you could possibly think of, because you guys are sending out the wrong letters, and just like I said, what you're doing is not going to work unless you change something right now. And you can get access to both of these. My number's down in the description. Shoot me a text, and as soon as you submit payment, you will have access to these. So dealing with personal information, inquiries, verification, removal of inaccurate information, reporting of credit item, and there's different ones. You can find whichever one is relevant for you. Incorrect balance, credit limit on collections, past due on collections, undated late payments, date of last activity dispute, date last paid dispute, date updated, date last reported dispute, incorrect balance on an item included in bankruptcy, the DOLA follow-up to verification, request to remove old account information, and then we have like round 2 letters, round 3 letters, threatening intent to sue. You gotta be really careful with that one. Request for investigation, method of verification, investigation results dispute, reply when accused of credit repair. I actually have an entire course part on that. That's a huge thing. You know, when they come back and they're like, hey, we don't think it was you, we think it's not the unauthorized party. You need to know how to handle that, because it is their biggest, stall tactic right now. How to do opt-outs, request to update bankruptcy accounts, fraud alert removal, and then dealing with original creditors. So these letters are for going directly to their original creditor, okay? So dispute late payments, inquiries, round 2 on late payments, notice of bankruptcy, debt settlement, collector disputes. We have all of the validation of debt letters, the estoppel by silence, settlement offers, round 2 after no response, letter C. I mean, this literally includes everything. So instead of sending out the wrong letter and not getting results, why don't you try something new? And when I say new, I'm literally talking about this, okay? So you can get access to just one of these. That's going to be the 253 pages of advanced tactics for 97, or the dispute letter library for 97. You can get both of them for 169, and that is going to be instant delivery. I'll either text you these links because it's in my drive, or I can email it to you. So completely and totally up to you. And these are actually normally $199 each, but with everything going on, I decided to decrease the pricing. So anyways, I'm gonna flip my camera again. So choice is yours what you want to do, but time is running out on your ability to remove things from your credit report. And I'm not going to get into all of that right now. That's a totally different video we need a lot of time for, and that's just not going to be right now. So again, these are your options. Continue doing what you're doing, not getting results. Continue disputing online, giving up your rights. Continue doing police reports when you're not a victim of identity theft, and literally having to wonder if the cops are going to come knocking on your door. Saying that you're a victim of trafficking when you are obviously not, saying that this was included in litigation when it was not. I mean, these are all things that you should not be doing, or these magic dispute letter template packets that you buy off these people, when those don't work either. They want you to send them literally as is, and as is not cutting it, okay? What you are doing is not working, and if you want a higher credit score, you need to do something different. So again, you can go through my 3,000 videos. You can get one or both of these by texting me. My number is down in the description, and it will be in the first comment once this is a replay. Or you can text me to see if I can do a credit sweep for you, because mine is only 28 days. So 20 business days is 28 calendar days, and it's removal of every single negative item permanently, because there's no back and forth with the credit bureaus. We are literally doing this by removing the information from eOscar, okay? That's not something that you would have access to. So you have both of those options. If you want to do the credit sweep, it is $498 or 2 payments of $275. Don't need letters you sent, don't need credit monitoring, don't need identification, don't even need your full social. It's just name, date of birth, address, last 4 of social, payment, and boom, we get started. Today's day 1. Otherwise, like I said, if you want one or both of these PDFs, 253 pages on the advanced tactics or 180 pages on the dispute letter library, shoot me a text. It is 904-516-8457, and after you submit payment of either $97 for one or $169 for both, they will be sent to you either with the drive link, or I can email it to you. But those are your options. The reason that your credit is the way that it is now, you could say that I'm a bad guy, whatever, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and your credit is the way that it is because you're doing it wrong. So this is an opportunity for you to go and un-F what you've done, I don't want to be demonetized. So un-F what you've done, and you can easily do that by doing something new. And this is the new, okay? So if you have questions about this, shoot me a text. Again, number's down in the description, but I just gave it to you, 904-516-8457. I'll help you out in any way that I can. And otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you make the right choice in how you decide to move forward. Things are not getting easier, they're getting more difficult, and you are going to need your credit. You are going to need a higher credit score. You're going to need lower interest rates if you want to survive with everything that's coming. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. We're not going to get into politics. We're not going to get into any of that stuff. That's all I'm saying about that. Okay. So your credit can be that one thing that makes it so that you have a cushion to do what you need to do. Okay. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure that you smash that like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I've got 3,000 videos. I give all my secrets away for free. All right. But obviously, I've got secrets that you don't. And that's why people contact me for me to fix their credit. So I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day.